So today I want to tackle the tough question of when should I step away from an audition?
Every moment is a teachable moment.
You've gotten a lot of auditions and a lot of casting specs, and probably you've gotten some of those auditions and the casting specs did not apply to you. I know that that's happened to me quite a bit. It really depends on, let's say, your agent that is sending auditions. Sometimes they are filtered, sometimes they're not. I think it's important for all of us when we are looking at auditions to look at the specs first and foremost to see what it is that they're looking for. Now, if they're looking for a particular character and you can represent that character in a way that's not referring to a particular ethnicity, I think that maybe that's something you should carefully consider if that is truly what the casting director is looking for. But if there's any verbiage or even wordage on the casting specs that talks about maybe a different ethnicity that does not obviously pertain to you, that might be something that I would really think about walking away from. And sometimes that's really not easy to do, especially if the audition came from your talent agent. So these days, casting diversity, inclusivity is really a hot topic. I think it comes down to what you really feel comfortable with, but I think right now, because we are seeing so much diversity and inclusivity in our auditions, that for me personally, I love that. I love seeing that. And if I get any audition that comes my way that does not pertain to me, I don't have a problem saying no to that. And also, if my agent needs an explanation, although I don't think many agents, if they're good agents, are going to need an explanation. And I don't have a problem telling them that I don't feel comfortable. I believe that the client is looking for something different than what I can provide authentically. So I don't have a problem telling my agent if I'm not comfortable with that. And that might be something that is difficult for you to do in the beginning. Sometimes we're getting to know our agents and we're getting to understand what types of opportunities they pass on to us, whether we're going to get the quote unquote cattle call of auditions. And maybe it's just understood that those auditions don't have to pertain to us and that the talent agent won't be upset if you don't respond to it. That's one thing I think is important for you to kind of understand about your agent. Know your agent enough to understand what types of auditions they send out. If they do send out auditions all the time that may or may not be specific for just you, know that about your agent. And if you don't know that about your agent, there's nothing wrong with sending an email and asking them if this was meant for everybody or if they would be offended if you did not respond. I have different agents. I have some agents that would be very offended if I didn't respond to them or tell them why I wasn't auditioning. And so I think the key factor here is to get to know your agent and how they operate. Okay, guys, so if you're looking for more performance tips, check out my videos here. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you next week.